All right, so here I am in my jam, and hide those. So we're going to try going into Google Meet directly here. If I click on this, and this is the Meet for my Google Meet classroom, and I go continue, and I join the call. So I'm the only one in there now, but my friend is going to join, my friend Laura. Um, and so in a second, when she logs in, she will see just from the Google Meet. She will just see the normal Google Meet screen. She won't see what I have here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to present my screen, and then she will be able to see what I'm presenting. So you can basically, the advantage, I guess, is you don't have to go between the Google Meet and and the screen that you're on. So you can you don't have to flip back and forth, and um, you can see your classmates and your students. Yes. Okay. Admit. Okay. Hello. How are you? Good. Okay. What's going on here? Close. I don't want to close this. Okay. So right now, Laura, thanks for joining us. Uh, you can just see me, right? In a Google Meet. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I'll just, it says you can have a choice, this tab, other tab, window, entire screen. Um, I'm going to go with just this tab. Okay. Um, all right. So you can see, and I can demonstrate here. So if I want, before I get my groups going, maybe I want to demonstrate. Okay. So groups. Of course, I'd probably be speaking in French. I want you to work with a partner to complete this activity. Okay. So you can use the text box, and you just click, and it goes nice in there. So vous êtes. Um, Vous êtes allé. Well, if it's feminine, we're going to pretend that it's feminine, right? Uh, so does everyone agree that answer is correct? Uh-oh. Laura, are you there? Oh, okay. Um, so I'm demonstrating, and I could do another one as a demonstrate, but you notice how neatly it clicks right in. You don't have to adjust um, the boxes at all. It works sort of de quel pays viens-tu, right? So you just click the text box like that. Okay, so in your groups, you're going to work on this. Okay, so um, I could now, if I want to stop showing this, and now if I want to go back to just the whole regular meat to take this out of the Jamboard, right? Then I'm going to go, I can go, now I forget how I did that, to go into the other meat. Oh, it was here, that's right. Move to a tab here. Oh, what do you see? Okay, so you only see the part that's in blue. Okay, yeah, okay, all right. All right, so I'm gonna press move to tab and stop sharing. And there is Laura. Okay. So you're in this screen, and again, like I can still do all of those things that I would regularly do in a meeting right now. Like if I wanted to present, right, I could say, okay, my entire screen, and I could share, and I could go back to that tab there, right? You see it? Yep. And if I wanted to, I could come back here. I could bring the call back here by pressing this button again, right? Um, but I'm going to come back here for a sec, and then I'm going to go into activities, and maybe we can just do a little experiment going into a breakout room. Okay. So I'm going to click on breakout rooms. Now, I can do set up breakup rooms. And so there's only two of us. But you can see I'm in the main call and Laura is in breakout room one. If I wanted to, I could drag her to another room if I wanted to. You can always change where people are, right? And you can adjust the number of rooms. You can put a timer on. Um, so let's say I want to do 10 minutes. Okay, right? And then I want to move myself with Laura. Um, all right. Now I'm hoping that's not going to close the main call because I move myself out of there. I'm still okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and open the rooms and let's keep going. And here we are in breakout room one. Hi, Laura. Just the two of us. But I mean, it's a great way to do pair work, right? So, like, if we're in our pair right now, and then I can say, okay, Laura, I'm gonna present my screen so we can work together on that activity to complete that Jamboard, right? So I would present my screen, and then um, here, and then I'm also going to share this Jamboard with Laura. Normally she would have, you want to make sure she has editor access to it, right? The teacher would adjust that. Okay, so can you see and do you have access to the Jamboard? I can give you a link here. I'll give you the link. I'll put it in. Okay, I could also put it in the chat there, right? Okay. So yeah, now we could work on this together. So the third one, je blank à votre disposition. Anyway, doesn't matter, but you could go back and forth, right? And we complete this together, talking about it, working on it together, separate slides, or or each group can have their own Jamboard. It's however you want to do it, right? Um, Comments, questions? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So there's probably definitely a few ways you can do that, but so I can take this URL and I can just copy that, for example, and here's my. Oh yeah, I forgot to share. Sorry. Dee dee dee. Thank you. Okay. So let's go back here. So yeah, basically, I just copy, Control C, the URL, right? and then I could copy, I could paste that. You mean me as a student or as a teacher? Yeah, exactly. So the teacher could just create it as an assignment or as material, right? I could say Jamboard, and then you just insert the link, right? So it's there. It's there as a link, right? Um, so that's one way for sure. I believe you can also assign Jamboards, but yeah, I'm gonna discard that. Um, okay. So, yeah, lots of possibilities. And so, right now, we're still in our breakout room. I'm going to stop sharing again. And also, in the activity here, um, we can do polls. Have you ever done a poll? They're pretty straightforward. Maybe we're going to cover some of that in another video, but for this video, at least we've looked at how to work with a Jamboard in breakout rooms. At least one way of doing that, right? And I mean, I think the options are really endless. There's lots of potential for this. What do you? Yeah, and to have something that to show for it, right? And I think maybe one of the advantages of having the Jamboard, if you keep them all together, um, I mean, then, well, you could keep all the work together for one particular lesson. You know what I mean? And all of they're always saved in the drive as well. Yeah, absolutely. Your Jamboard could also be your presentation, right? And then your Jamboard, let's say your first slide is the first page of the Jamboard, right? And then like it's maybe you have a question and you can make it interactive if you want, like if you give them access, right? So like right now, just really quickly, so if I want to start a new Jamboard here, we still have a few minutes left. I can go whiteboarding, okay, and I can start a new whiteboard. Just wait, I'll present to you so you can see this. Okay, wait. So I'll just go back. So here I just chose whiteboarding, right? And I can do start a new whiteboard or I can choose one from my drive. So if I want to start a new one, so it's going to do that. And it says share with people and make sure if I have to give you editor access if I want you to be able to edit it, right? So I'm going to choose editor, continue, and then in did you got a link in the chat, right? Okay. Yeah, so there's something that we could work on right away. We could say use the sticky notes are really great, and you can adjust the size of those. You could be for brainstorming, do some mind mapping, right? So there's a lot of options, obviously. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, like make annotations on it. Yeah. So yeah, that's another way where you can just do an instant whiteboard activity. All right, so I think that about wraps up this video to show how some possibilities for using Jamboard and breakout rooms together. Thanks, Laura.